Rikard, regular season is over, and as we all know, 9th position was the final position. How do you sum up the regular season?
Well, it was a little bit up and down season for sure. I don't think we ended up in a spot we definitely thought before the season. There's no question of that. But there's also a little bit of a journey we had to make with his team. We know we're going to make a little bit of a change when it comes to a younger team. We made obviously the decision too of when injuries and sickness happens that we're moving up our own junior players, which we succeeded to do. And if you look at the top scorer, and also give some younger players an opportunity to play up in a lineup from previous years. So if you look at the top scorers right now, the top 6 guys that they're up there, when the points, they're all breaking records of the points that they scored in regular season for in Liga. So which is pretty amazing. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit erratic when it comes to the lineup, especially the second half of the season. The first part, obviously, we're pretty happy until around Christmas time when we're fighting for top position. And since then, it's been, instead of winning with 1 goal, we've been losing 1 goal. Now, those are type of momentums in season that's really important to learn from and then try to get better. And I think there's some games that we feel like we're playing better than we actually get a result for too. So, but at the end of the day, those 60 games is to position yourself to go into the playoffs, and this is what I'm so excited about right now, preparing ourselves for this, for the postseason here and we qualify for playoffs.
As you said, there were up and downs and hard times during the season. But how do you see the progress in the game, especially in the last weeks?
I think the structure is there. I think the guys are working really hard. We have numbers on that, how hard they're working. I think they're chasing the game a little bit too much sometimes, and that's part of these young, especially the young guys, to go through. Like when maybe the score and the result is not going your way, there's other ways to do it, not just work hard. You have to work smart as well. So a few games I felt like we were pushing a lot, but we haven't got the result. But at the same time, I think last game was nice for us to get some goals. We had 2 previous games before that we didn't score any goals, and that's tough to win hockey games if you don't score any goals. But structure-wise, I think it was good. We just need to kind of let loose a little bit when we get an opportunity. And for me, getting into the playoffs, a nice spot is you have everything to win, everything to gain, you have nothing to lose. So that's the kind of mentality we have to have going into postseason. We have everything to gain here.
Many times difficulties in scoring is mentally. How do you think that the coaching staff can help players to score?
For the most is help them out of timing. A lot of times it's timing. The hardest thing in hockey right now is to score 5-on-5. There's a lot of good defensive systems out there. There's a lot of good defensive players out there. I think especially in this league, the guys are very well schooled in order to not get scored against and give up rushes against and like that. So, but it's what a good learning curve for us. So as coaches, we're trying to boil it down to simple stuff. We're trying to everything from scoring together in the sense of creating screens, creating rebounds, creating that type of goals, as well as creating something on the rush play or individually in offensive zone play as well. So we tactically and strategy wise, I think we're creating enough chances to win those games. It's just sometimes the individual players or us as a team, as a unit, has been holding a stick a little bit too hard as of late. But at the same time, now it's a brand new season, so I'm looking forward to the guys just to let loose.
Personally, for you, this was the second season as a head coach in league. Do you see any differences comparing the first season?
Yeah, I think the game is a little bit different for sure. I think there's more teams that play in a more of an aggressive way, whatever you would like to call it, play a little bit differently. I think there are different tactics and all that stuff. I think there's more teams, more underdogs coming up, if you like, well-built team and playing a good tactical sound game. So the league is I think the parity in the league is good. I think that's really good to see that there's some changes too when it comes to standings. There's changes when it comes to who's having success or not. But so it's been very interesting year in the sense of who's going to be up there. And obviously, if you compare to last year, us winning the league with 123 points, that was quite a feat for last year's team. But if you look at the roster right now, and last year's team is not the same team. So we're and I don't even have 50% of that team. So it's been changes made, I think, to the positive for especially for the rest of this year, but also for the future for Tappara hockey.
4 games against Kiekko Espoo in regular season, 2 losses, 2 wins. What kind of opponent is Kiekko Espoo?
Bigger, stronger, experienced team, I would say. I think they played a sound game. I think they're very sound in defensive zone, for example. They do a really good job boxing out in front of a net. They have some experience on the back end. They have some players that they can do some extra stuff when it comes to offensive play. They're an opportunistic team. They're waiting for those turnovers in neutral zone and D zone, and then they try and make a quick transition games out of that. But it's definitely a very worthy opponent in this in this stage of the postseason for sure.
There's only 2 days of before the first game. How do Tappara uses those days?
Well, today is kind of for us to restart, if you like, start a new season. Whatever's happening before today, it doesn't really matter. We position ourselves to get into the playoffs, and that's the number one thing when you start a regular season, and we're there now. So what have we learned from that journey? Well, we're going to create a new journey. So the base we have laid when it comes to team roles, strategy, tactics, and all that stuff, and now we need to add on to it in the sense of where we at. And we're gonna really push on the culture and the culture of Tappara, the success of Tappara, and also for these players that they understand that this is a big club to play for, but also there's a reason that this club has been so successful. So we're gonna push a lot on that, but also for us, this team is never going to be the same team after this postseason. So this is our last journey together, and I think that's got to be meaning something for each one of those individuals, but also us as a unit and as a team.
Is the team ready?
Tomorrow we will be.